Hey guys, in 2 Kings chapter 5, an interesting story comes about. Naaman is the captain of an army that is not in Israel, and he comes down with leprosy. Leprosy was an awful, awful thing to have. Very, very repulsive to most people in that society then and even now. It certainly is. We don't see it much, if any, unless we go to a foreign country these days. But it is around. But man, it was a tremendously awful sickness. He finds out from you need to read it, 2 Kings chapter 5, but he finds out that there is a prophet who can heal him. And he's sent by his king to the king of Israel. The king of Israel then finds out that he can get him to a prophet, Elisha. Elisha tells him to do something. Now listen to me, there are a lot of times in our lives that God is going to tell us to do things and guide us to do things that we're like, man, what in the world is he doing? Elisha directs Naaman without even coming outside, directs him to go and to dip into the River Jordan 7 times and you'll be healed. Naaman's furious. Naaman is furious. He's like, what in the world is this all about? Why in the world would he have me do something so silly? At least he could have come out to see me. I mean, he is the captain of an army, right? At least he could come out to see me, talk to me, and lay his hands on me, and in the name of his God, heal me. That would have been, to us, that would have been a lot more ceremonial. It would have been a lot more, flamboyant. And that's what Naaman thought. Naaman wanted the flamboyancy. But finally, his servants say, well, if he'd asked you to do this or this, you would have gladly done it. But instead, he asked you to do something very simple. So wouldn't it be good just to go and do it? And I can just imagine that story as Naaman is going under the water and coming back up. And every time he does it, he's thinking, I'm looking like an idiot. And he's thinking of what he can do to Elijah if he gets out of this thing and he's not healed, having done this in front of his servants and all of this and been embarrassed. But he is healed. You see, here's what I want us to remember. This short time together, I want you to remember this. There are things God's going to call you to in ministry. There are things that he's not calling you to war. He's not calling you to any of that right now. He's calling you to a particular thing. It's not going to make any sense. You won't know why you're even involved in it at times. You won't know why God is doing something a certain way. Maybe he's taking you through a trial right now, and you don't know exactly why. It seems like the dumbest thing you've ever seen. Now, that's the flesh, but it does. It seems dumb. Why are we doing it this way? We could have done it a different way. Let me promise you something. God has a reason. He has a reason. And so here's the thing. In him doing it the way he's doing it, it's always going to work out perfectly for you. It's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be fun. It's not always going to be without pain. And in fact, many times it is going to be with pain. Sometimes with a little embarrassment. Sometimes with, why am I even involved in this? Remember this, that God has a plan. No matter what you think about it, don't let that brain get in the way. Let God do what he is going to do in your life and give him glory for the way it's going to end, because it's going to be the best thing that could possibly happen, though it doesn't make sense yet. See you guys. Bye-bye.